Alrighty, we are here at the Cumberland Valley Trailhead on the way to leave Jamestown, heading towards Leatherwood, and you'll see the sign Cumberland Trailhead. And we're going to hike over to East Laurel Overlook and check it out. Here with Papaw. It's a beautiful early summer, late spring day, and gonna thoroughly enjoy it. We'll be walking a roadbed, the old road to Gernt, multi-use road that has horses, vehicles, hikers, that type of thing. So it should be a easy trail, about 2.8 to the overlook. Alrighty. Gernt is one of the stops on the O&W, and it was named after a gentleman named Bruno Gernt. He was a German from the Michigan area, came down with a group and helped settle what is now called Allard, Frederick Allard, and he helped settle and start the town of Allard, but Bruno had this community named after him, and it was a stop on the O&W from Oneida to Jamestown, and loaded a lot of timber, some coal on the way up to 27-mile route from Oneida to Jamestown. Found a couple old home sites off the road, and another phenomena that Randy and I have found at many sites is the presence of this non-native species, a yucca plant. Deep in the bottom of no business, found them out here on the road to Gernt. Found them, so obviously it was a very prevalent plant back in the early 1900s. Not sure we'll find any remnants, but no doubt this was a pretty good sized home place, judging by the size of probably what was the yard. Get back to the edge of the woods and you start finding indications of foundation rocks. This could have been an outbuilding, not sure, but it is covered in yucca plants everywhere. He was a lover of the yuccas. Alrighty, got more stone. This one was hewn pretty good. It's almost square. When we look for old home places, there's several tricks that we use. Flowers, in this case not of native type plants, flat stacked rocks, signs of a foundation or chimney, and as we just saw, their garbage dump, usually behind the house. Found old rusted out cans, bottles, that type of thing. So spring of the year is the ideal time to look for these old home places up here because of the flowers blooming out. Good hobby to have, just get your old maps out and look for the indications and come out and look for them. Trail's a mixture of rock, dirt, a lot of sand up here. So it's an easy walk, just have to avoid the occasional mud hole. Part of the issue with hiking, a lot of folks don't like to hike horse type trails because of mud, but still I think there's Big South's a big area, there's plenty for everybody. Been walking along, and a good portion of the road's got a sand bottom, but you won't pick it up. But it's one dang big bear walking this road. Told Papaw I hope he's not hungry. We've got to the split. Half mile to the left takes you down to the river in Gernt, and we're going to go up to the East Laurel Overlook. A little spur trail, about 3/10. Another sandy bottom trail, a lot of horse tracks, but still been a very easy level walk the whole way. We've been out here, my wife and I, decades ago, and it sure didn't seem like it took us long at all to get here. I guess that's the lesson in life today. Trails. That would be the Laurel Fork below us. Not a bad view at all. we've left the Overlook, East Laurel Overlook, which I highly recommend, and descending an old roadbed into Gernt. The scenery has changed dramatically. Very, very nice. I would recommend, I don't usually carry them, but a walking stick would serve you well. We made it down the bottom. First thing you'll see is an old well casing, probably a shared well of some kind. Buddy Randy with good eyes found an old walking wall and then the foundation of an old home place up on the hill. It's right above the well. Right up here is the old O&W roadbed. Went from Oneida to Jamestown. You can walk it pretty good ways. Yeah, the old roadbed. I'm not sure how long after the 50s they took the train tracks down. And this would be the North White Oak. There's another white oak down around Rugby, but this is North White Oak. Remnants of a retaining wall right along the side of the former train track. Goes on and on. Found the remnants of the old O&W bridge. Here's the part of the reinforced concrete, and then across the way is the stone abutment. Like I say, we just looked down and by accident saw it. This is right where creek runs into White Oak, but boggles the mind how they put those huge rocks together with the technology back then. Another old remnant, I'm not quite sure what that is. Looks like a old bed frame, I'm not sure. We're just prowling around looking for stuff. Quite a bit of signs of life down at Gernt. Look at old maps and read up, there was what they call the triangle. This may well be it. It's overgrown with trees, but the track, I believe that'd be it on the left, and here across the bridge made a little triangle area, I guess, for the trains to split off and get loaded. They had a very elaborate system of lowering logs off these bluffs. I don't know how many times Papaw and I have found in very remote places large steel cables that are part of a system of lowering the carloads of timber down here to where they could be loaded on the train. Very, very fascinating. Walking down the old O&W roadbed and came upon a picnic table. Something you probably wouldn't expect to see. Probably an old horse camp. Well, I'm gonna find Randy and we're gonna probably head on out of here. It's been a good hike. You will struggle with the road conditions a little bit, trail conditions, but overall, it's worth the hike down here. Signs of life everywhere. Alrighty, been a really good trip. Passed a ton of horses, and we're just gonna turn around, head back up an old sloshy road. Make sure if you come, go to the Cumberland Valley Trailhead, 3.3 miles, 2.8 to the Overlook, 3.3 to Gernt, and make sure you bring a walking stick or something to help you up and down the hill. It's very slick. Alrighty, talk to you later.